Hello, I'm Dow Bartling, and I certainly hope that you and yours are having yourself that sunnier, warmer day. You know, the older I am, the more that I think. And I think that the word I'm thinking of is grace. I've been thinking of the different uses maybe of that word grace. What comes to mind when I say the word grace? You know, sometimes we talk about the word grace and we think about saying a prayer before a meal. In fact, sometimes people will say, would you like to say grace? Example of a grace that we say, come Lord Jesus, be our guest, and let these gifts to us be blessed. You know, I firmly believe in that little prayer. The word gifts mean far more than just the food set here before us. In fact, in Ephesians 4, 7, and 8, they want to remember this every day. And here's a little story that'll help you maybe remember this next time that you hear someone say a grace. A person who knew you from the day of your birth would send you a special present on your birthday, special occasion. They never seem to miss that event in your life. They would send you that special gift just for you. And they did this all the time. Well, the time came where they were going to come visit you and see how you were growing. And so that special day came, you welcomed them, and you showed them to the guest room. And while they were making themselves comfortable, they then was going to put their stuff away in the closet. Well, when they opened the closet door, much to their amazement, they saw something there that they just couldn't believe. You see, in the closet was sacks and sacks of different things. In the sacks, in the closet, were all the gifts that they had sent to you, wrapped specially, chosen just for you, no one else. And each and every gift was unopened. Not used at all. You know, it tells us, as I said, in Ephesians 4:7, but also in 1 Corinthians 12, it tells us that Jesus gave gifts to men. Jesus gave gifts to each one of us. Have you opened yours? Have you been using yours? Have you been using it for the right thing? Also, the word grace can be a mnemonic. Grace. God's riches at Christ's expense. Kind of a little abbreviation of the gospel. God's riches at Christ's expense. Grace. Also, when I think of the word grace, I think of it as such a beautiful word. And not only as a gift that we receive, but also grace that we can bestow upon others. Let me explain what I mean of giving grace to somebody. It's allowing them to have the benefit of the doubt. The benefit of the doubt. You know, besides a wide receiver, the Kansas City Chiefs could use a little grace. Yes. Now, we've all had bad days. Let me ask you a question. Do you want to be known as the person who has bad days? I mean, think about it. Now, raise your hand if you've had bad days. Folks, I got to raise both hands. Raise my feet. Good. Of bad days. Okay, so it's a Saturday. And I'm getting into my Saturday routine. You see, I'm getting ready to spend 2.5 hours at the YMCA playing racquetball with this group of players that I continually play with. I am ready to go. So I've had my breakfast. I got my bag. You know, it's a little chilly out there today. So I'm going to take my bag, go put it into my 2000 Ford Ranger and start it up because I got some other stuff that I need to pick up. Well, in doing so, LaDonna then passes me and she's going to get into her Jeep and go on into town. Now, usually the routine is she usually leaves after I do, but she's leaving before. Garage door goes up and she's on her way down the driveway. I'm coming out, and as I come out, I look, and all of a sudden I see through the windows that, yes, the 2000 Ford Ranger is running, but both doors are locked. Both doors are locked. I immediately start to run down the driveway and see if I can catch LaDonna. But she's already kind of going over the hill there a little bit, down the road, and I'm waving and everything, but to no avail. So I go on back in, and I then make a call to her cell phone. No answer. Leave a message. I then text her. And then I come back as I hear the Ford Ranger running. What'll I do? So I go in, and all of a sudden it hits me. Check maybe YouTube. So indeed, I go to YouTube. I put in 2000 Ford Ranger, doors locked, can't get in. Sure enough, there are maybe 3 to 4 different videos. I look at a couple. Why, they show me how to do it. They do it the same way. It seems pretty easy. Got in, it seemed like within 2 minutes. So, with enthusiasm, I go out, I take my antenna off, it tells me to do, lift up the door handle and start to work it. And I try, and I try, and I try. Well, there must be something wrong. I must have missed something on the YouTube. So I go back in, I watch the YouTube, I come back out, I'm gonna try the other side door, the driver's side door. I try. While I am there, all of a sudden I hear the garage door creak open. LaDonna is coming back. She happens to have the key. You see, we have a key, of course, an extra key. I went to the catch-all drawer. I'm sure you all have one, but the key wasn't there. She had the key in her purse. Keep it in a safe spot. Well, we got the Ranger door open. We got it turned off. But this was 2.5 hours later. You know, I think, as I've said, we've all experienced a bad day. Do you know what I appreciate the most when I'm having a very difficult day? Well, I appreciate more than anything is somebody giving me some grace, some slack, saying, hey, it's okay, we've been there, got the t-shirt, and then they encourage me to love myself unconditionally and get back up, and get going. You see, LaDonna didn't just bring the keys. she brought some grace. As you get older, all of a sudden you get thinking about the dreaded A word disease. Different things that may happen when you experience sometimes a bad day. She brought the keys and brought me grace. Benefit of the doubt. It happened. It just happens. That's what I needed. Grace. It's a great word. I've often said if I ever would have a granddaughter and suggestions were needed, I would suggest the name Grace. What an excellent name for a young lady. I just want to be that kind of person myself. I think you do too. So with grace, dream big. With grace, achieve big. And remember, I'm rooting for you because we're in this together. And blessed are they who ease the pain of misfortune, for they shall be called insurance agents. Take care.
Where is the moment we needed the most? You kick up the leaves and the magic is lost. Tell me your blue skies fade to gray. Tell me your passion's gone away, and I don't need no carrying on. You stand